I am here in Utah for one of the craziest events that I've ever been a part of, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks that I've noticed that make pro drivers successful to help you improve your game and your career. All right, sorry about the generator noise, but welcome to the pits. What's going on? This is day one. We are here in absolutely beautiful Salt Lake City, Utah. I think we're technically in Grantsville, but regardless, this is my favorite round. The views are incredible. The weather is nice. It's like 17 Celsius, like 63, 64 right now. Stunning. Absolutely love it. Cool stuff going on. Obviously, Prospect Championship, we're down to 2 points between Connor O'Sullivan and Tommy Lemaire. And then also, James Dean could clinch the championship this weekend. So basically, if James Dean does better than Odie Bakshis, if he's one bracket higher, he'll clinch it, which is crazy. So I'm gonna do a bit of a morning pit walk. Might go up and watch some practice and Prospect, but should be a good day. That's so sick. Look how majestic he looks. Very demure, very cutesy. Let's start with tip number one, and this is one that's is overlooked all the time. And that is pit setup. Super, super important. Stokey's pit, Casey Coles. Look at this. You know how relaxing this is? One, good fan engagement. Obviously, they can set up the car and work on it, but just like a beautiful spot to hang out, have fun. It's relaxing. I mean, the fake grass, I love it. Just one big roll too, it's crazy. Across from that, we've got Forsberg, so same thing. Obviously, you know, tables, there's nothing saying that you can't go get some used tables and have an area ready to go. Media team working, but good setup, utilizing all the space that they can. Fan and crowd still able to engage with it, but everything ready to go. Toolbox, everything's set up quite nicely. So another good example of this, obviously, is RTR. So food, drinks, everywhere. What's up? They got tables for people. All right, I'll ask you guys quick. What do you think the one thing a grassroots or pro-am driver needs to learn that isn't taught to become pro? So I was talking about the pit setup, that like most pro-am guys don't have any pit setup. There's no like tables for people. It's just like a shit show.
Yeah, organization and figuring out just all the systems that you got to put in place.
That's a good way of putting it. Oh yeah. I mean, really, like, just stunning. Like, cannot get over how incredible this track looks. Thought I saw a tow truck pulling out, but like, I shouldn't eat these for multiple reasons, but they have roasted pecans, and I'm a fucking sucker for roasted pecans. Getting ready for my time in the booth. This is our setup, this is our view. Absolutely stunning. And yeah, nothing too crazy. Waiting on paperwork, but pretty standard. Okay, all done with seating. Kind of a weird ending. To give you a bit more of a clarification on the Ben Hobson thing. So, from what it sounds like, the nitrous bottle or the nitrous valve was open. So we had to put hands on it to turn off the nitrous bottle in order to start the engine, because when that is stuck open, if they tried to start it, it would basically kill the engine. So because of that, because we had to put hands on the car, somebody did. Essentially, they don't have a timeout. The car needed repair in order to continue. Therefore, you don't have a timeout, can't run. So sucks, hate the way that ends, but rules are rules. And to clarify, the timeout that was used previously, that was when Ben was late to the line, and they still set tire pressure, which once that car is up at the line, that's it. You especially if we're waiting on you don't have time to do that. So crazy, but rules is rules, man. So other than that, I mean, we thought it was going to be a super, super quick one with the oil down and then the big collision with Fede. That was not the case. So is what it is, but it is absolutely beautiful right now. The sun goes down, this place drops like 20 degrees instantly. And I still have some work I got to do tonight, but we have burrito bowls waiting and I am pumped.
Closer to the fucking sun.
What do we got? What do we got?
Rice.
Beans.
That's what you got.
All right.
And there's lettuce. You get to eat what food eats.
That's what I eat.
So, got my tattoo on Sunday, and it's obviously very flaky. And this is how I know they don't change the sheets in between. There's just tattoo skin flakes everywhere. Lovely. All right, Kemp, what are you going for? Sorry.
Coffee.
So,
Fucking coffee.
so Kemp is the man in my ears. If you ever hear us laughing randomly, it's probably because Kemp said something out of pocket.
You don't have to say what I put in your ear.
No, I'm not going to say that part.
Turn
Yeah.
it around. The salsa right here.
Damn.
Breakfast salsa.
Brian's here for it.
You just do random shit. Dude.
So, we're here, day 2, just prospect, but these are all the people from the FD driven experience. So, super cool program. FD runs get you a little bit extra stuff, and yeah, tons of people. It's so cool to see. All right, so while we're on day 2, let's bring up a couple more tips. So, next tip is going to be merch. Merch is absolutely vital. There are teams here that can completely fund their year on merch. Andy Heatley is a great example of that. I don't know that, 100% for sure, but having merch, no matter what level you're at, is absolutely massive. So a good example of merch, Rad Dan, good selection of things, different cuts, different styles, but like this is gonna do well. They also give away free lanyards, so it gets people up and gets them to the booth. Sunglasses, all of it's very easily identifiable. It's out in the open. It's right at the very front of their pits, so you don't have to walk all the way to the back to get them. This is how you do it. Next tip, now that we're sitting here, an autograph is having stuff to autograph. So if you look, we're just getting set up, nobody's here. All of these drivers have stuff with their names on it, faces, sponsors, all that stuff. Always have this. Doesn't matter what level you're at. If you think you're gonna have any sort of fan base, have some stuff for people that you can sign to give away. Just checking Josh Love's signature for his credit card.
There ain't nothing in there, bro. You ain't getting nothing.
You can't, your autograph and your credit card signature cannot be the same. Okay, here's the next tip when it comes to becoming a pro driver. Having good media and doing sponsor videos. He can read! Yay! So, yes, absolutely vital that if you have sponsors, keeping those sponsors happy. As you saw Mr. Ben there, who learned how to read this weekend. Yeah! Thanks, Ray. Keeping sponsors happy, doing sponsor plugs, doing commercials, content specifically for them, absolutely massive. And if you want to make it in pro, if you want to do that, you need to be ready to do that kind of stuff. So, I don't know what Ben was talking about, but happy to see he's talking about it.
But unfortunately, hello.
Prospect all done. Sitting around all day. Time to actually do some work. So we're gonna set up for the podcast, and yeah, I'm gonna obviously do our podium interviews. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'll do another Tommy Lemaire episode tomorrow, just with him and like 2 of his staff members. Is what I'm thinking. So yeah, and I gotta figure out if James Dean wins the championship, how the hell I'm handling that. Probably another episode. Okay, all set up. So podcast set up there, camera obviously. I'm gonna actually put it on auto ISO this time and hope, because the sun's setting really quick here, that it's able to keep up. But yeah, it should be fun.
Go 1, 2, and 3. All right, all you guys hold them up.
Chewy! 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 Yeah!
Here, look at me, kids, right here. Hey.
Oh, that's so gross. Too good. All right, so we're back at the hotel. It's I don't know, it's like 9 o'clock. Now I get to edit. So I want to show you guys a couple of cool things about how I've learned to edit these podcasts. So if you are into editing, these next few things might be kind of cool to you. Okay, forgive me for not screen recording this, but I'm just not going to. So essentially with the podcast, what I end up doing is I have a wide shot, and I shoot this all in 6K if you're wondering, and then we edit in 1080, which I know, giving up all that quality. But then every driver just has their own zoomed in shot that matches their audio track. And then I use one of two different softwares to basically cut the whole thing. And I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so I have two different software that I use for this. One is this one, which is AutoPod, which kind of gives me a bit more control. The other one I use is AutoCut. Both of them do pretty much the same thing, but what I found with AutoPod is I have a slightly better way of doing it. Now, this is actually the jump cut editor, but AutoPod has a bunch of different things. So to do multi-camera editor is this one, and basically allows me to use enable, disable, how much I use the wide shot, how many speakers, and how many cameras. And then from there, I basically just fill in all the info and it does it all for you. Yeah, so I just fill it in. You can see right there, basically fill in the speakers based on the audio, and then, yeah, the video there. And pretty straightforward. And then basically we hit create multicam sequence. Oh, I've already screwed things up. And yep, I need to connect to the internet. And then basically now what it does is it reads when each person is talking and then cuts to that camera. Pretty straightforward, in all honesty. The reason why I don't want to do a screen record and all that shit is it's more work. I film everything on a phone and then that gets dumped to a server back at home. If you ever want me to run through that whole thing, let me know. Do a full breakdown on how I do it. It's super, super easy. I never lose anything and I can have anybody edit it at any time. And then you can see, just like that, after waiting, I don't know, probably about 4 minutes, everything is cut, ready to go. So as we scroll through, it will jump between who is talking. So pretty sick, and that's how I do it. The only other tip I've got is shoot your intro and outro pretty much right at the beginning. As you can see here, I will have to change this to be a group one, or be an individual one. But yeah, now I've got my intro and outro already shot, and just have to move it to the front and the end. Okay, final day, but check this out. Damn, big old sandwich spread. Just finished wrapping up with Tommy Lemaire. That was cool. I actually really like doing these on location. It's cool getting his staff members involved as well. But now means it is time for me to head up and go watch some practice before the big show. Invade your space, and oh, here we go. Okay, real talk. How many shutters do you think you put in this weekend?
Take a guess.
3,200.
How about, okay, so the first session,
Yeah.
the very first session of Pro, my team and I locked in 10,000.
Okay.
So that was the very first hour and a half.
Oh wow. And the team is what?
No, I wasn't even Pro. That was Prospect.
And that's the team is 4 guys, 5 guys.
This round we have
3. Okay. So you probably put in 3,200 in that session.
I think I shot the least. I think I only did 25 that session.
Jesus. So you'll be 10,000 plus this weekend.
No, we did 10,000 the first session.
I know, but I mean you personally.
I don't know. Well, we usually like fire a few more shots during competition. Like
Yeah,
practice,
fair
we take it easy.
Yeah, fair enough.
My guys know, or
All right, just curious. Just curious, that's all. Just trying to get your secrets.
oh yeah.
Pulled a rookie move. Forgot to print my brackets. Filming here, yeah, it runs 8 mil. It's crazy. 8 mil, yeah, that's it.
We try to keep.
Sad, I can't read that number. Is that 4 alpha? Oh, cool.
So cool.
Play this.
Well, sorry I didn't really get to talk over it, but that's a little tour of the truck. That's basically where all the magic happens. So you can see in there the different screens and switches and sound stuff. So all that in the truck is pretty crazy. Now I got to run back up. Yeah, get this party started. All right, super sick top 32 all wrapped up. I get a little bit of a break. I've actually got to dump footage from the podcast this morning. I'm trying to talk myself into buying more roasted nuts. which I'm probably going to fail at either way. Yeah, it was good. It was crazy battles. Had a couple people message me on Instagram for some clarification of battles, specifically Manoa's lead and why I thought that was good versus Hurst's lead, and why I didn't think it was as good. Essentially what it comes down to is how deep they got in the zone. So yeah, I don't mind if you guys shoot me Instagram messages. I try not to get into them during the broadcast so I can focus on what I'm doing, but I always try and get back to you guys. All right, and I think what's going to be my final tip for you guys is honestly, it's having fun. No how stupid that sounds, no how silly that sounds, but the guys that are doing the best, drivers that are really performing well, are those that are actually enjoying themselves. So if you're not enjoying yourself, if you're just stressed out the entire time, you're going to drive terribly. Enjoy it, have fun. These are like some of the coolest memories you're ever going to make, and if you utilize that mindset a little bit better, you're going to drive a lot better. But it is halftime here. Taking a quick walk in the pits, and then back to work. What's up? Damn.
All right. The first car part is invisible. It's got the fire.
This is so good.
Oh my god.
I love this, man. I don't know about you. How much
Hi.
dust do you have in your nose?
Who said that? I can't see anything.
Yeah, you actually look
said
dusty.
that?
It's
It's called getting antiqued.
Oh, okay. Every time they go by a dirt drop, it ends up blowing up this way. And I just had to go into the bathroom and pick about a half pound of dirt out of my nose. So guys, stop dirt dropping for our health, please. But wild event.
Odie Boxes, and Odie Boxes gets the win. The championship is still alive. Odie Boxes unanimously gets the win. James Dean, again, is not your champion yet, and it hasn't been decided. So, Shanahan knocked out. Odie Boxes gets the win. Let's go to one.
Okay, all wrapped. Man, crazy up there. One, the sun, as you can see, just completely pelting you. It gets very, very hot. The other part is very dry and dusty, so just wreaks absolute havoc on my throat trying to announce. Not easy. But yeah, now it's time to do the podcast and then hopefully get a bit of a break. So crazy day, but enjoying the hell out of it. Love Utah still, even though it's trying to kill me with its sun and dust. Yeah, for everybody, I mean, obviously this is going to come out after Irwindale more than likely, but for everyone messaging me about the point stuff, hey, James Dean still has to make it to top 32. So yeah. Anyways, I gotta go get set up for that. The crowd is already massive over at the podium. Fight my way through there and get ready to go. All right, that is going to be a wrap for me. Crazy event. Love it. Odie Bakshi is gonna have to battle real hard. Basically has to win the event in Irwindale to get the championship, and James Dean will have to go out very early, but it is possible. So let me know if you guys like these tips and stuff. I'm trying to provide a bit of information when it comes to these vlogs as well. My voice is basically done, but thank you again for watching. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. The only way I can improve is with your feedback. So if there's something you don't like, let me know. Something you do like, I'll keep doing it. So I'll catch you guys next time.